Hi, welcome to Sue Marie P. I'm Sue, and today I've got a super quick spelt apricot slice recipe. It's an old-fashioned slice recipe that maybe your auntie made or your grandmother. I had it in my old recipe file and I thought, let's dig that out. So if you'd like to see how to make a super quick slice that's tasty with spelt flour and no butter, come with me and let's see. This recipe only requires a bowl, large mixing bowl, and a wooden spoon. No mixer is required. So you just throw everything into your bowl. So we've got 200 grams of spelt flour. This is my preferred flour. Many of you know that I love spelt flour because it's a little bit kinder on the digestion, but you could swap it out for regular flour. So today I'm going to mix that with, I've got a teaspoon of baking powder and bicarb soda. So we're just going to throw those in together. And I've got half a teaspoon of cinnamon. That's optional. I love everything with cinnamon, but if you don't want that, don't add it. I'm just going to mix those around. And then we've got 90 grams of desiccated coconut. So we'll throw that in. And then we've got some sugar. I'm using castor sugar. We've got 150 grams of sugar. It's approximately 1 cup. And then we've got some fruit. I like this recipe with dried apricots. There's a lot of recipes out there, and I think the original recipe I got was called a fruit slice, and it was made with sultanas. But I find that I've made it over the years with sultanas and raisins and currants, but my go-to is always apricots. I love the sweetness of the apricots. So we've got 150 grams of apricots. So now we're just going to whip up this egg. So I've got 1 egg. Just going to add the egg, but I'm going to beat it with my fork before I pop it in. And then it just requires melted butter on top. So today I'm using a dairy-free butter. So before we started filming, I've melted that down. So it's 125 grams of melted butter or margarine or dairy-free butter. Whatever your preferred butter is or whatever you've got on hand. I haven't tried it with coconut oil, but I'm sure it will probably work. Now we just mix all that together until it's combined. And then we pop it in our tray and bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. That's how easy it is, and it's super quick. So we've got our oven preheating at 180. So once it's all mixed, we just press it into the tray. You can either use a rectangular slice tray, which is lined with some baking paper, or you can use a square tray. So I've got a square tray. That's it, mixed. Super quick. So now I've got my tray and I'm just going to pop all that in. You can either press it down with a fork, or I've got my dough or pastry cutter. Last time I made this, I used that, which is that flexible kind of cutter. And it was so much quicker to just stretch it in. That's it, ready for baking. So let's pop that in at 15 minutes. We just want to make sure it's cooked and golden brown. Our slice is cooked. I left it in for an extra 5 minutes, so I baked it for 20 minutes. So while it's still hot, you just want to start slicing through to make your little squares. It's easier when it's still warm to cut it. So I've done that before I started filming again. So now you just want to leave it for at least 30 minutes before you try and eat it. So we're going to let that rest and cool a little bit. And then we'll come back and do a taste test. So we have our apricot slice all chopped and looking delicious. So how about I just try maybe half one. I love this slice because there's a cross between a cake and a biscuit. It's still quite soft. Coconut and apricot, a little hint of cinnamon, soft. This is one of my favorites. If you've liked my video today, put the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. You don't miss out on any of my new videos. And I hope you've enjoyed my apricot slice video today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.